What is up, YouTube? So I got this drone from Flight Test because I want to get into FOV flying, you know, and the van needs one. The van needs a drone. I got it because on their website it is a get started bundle and it has everything you need to get started. And while it does technically have everything you need, there's no good tutorials on how to get the thing in the air. There's a really good tutorial on how to build it. Anyone can build the thing, but I got hung up on a lot of parts. So this video is just a quick tutorial on the parts that I got hung up at. Number one, you're gonna need a small soldering iron. You can't use this thing. You're never gonna get it with this big honker right here. It's not gonna happen. Aaron, I lost your soldering iron. This is what you need, something with a very fine tip. That's easy, that's the easy part. Now you need to pair your drone with your controller. Now, this is the T8 Lite. If you turn the thing on, with any of these switches up or the throttle up, it'll get mad at you. This is the sound of it getting mad at you. That is it wanting to pair in D8 mode. You need D8 mode for it to pair. Nowhere in the manual did it say that. Now you're gonna need to hop into beta flight and all of its drivers. If you're on Windows, if you're on Mac and Linux, this is the one thing that they actually have all the drivers for and it's ready to go. But if you're on Windows like a normal person, you need all the drivers. That's fine, you know, you got time, you can do that. You do not need to install BL Heli. There were a few tutorials that told me to install BL Heli. You don't need it, but you also do need Impulse RC driver fixer. You need to run that on your drone too. Now, you got Betaflight installed. Next, you need a micro USB cable. And you can't just use any micro USB cable. You have to use a micro USB cable that can transfer data. I had 4 micro USBs in the van. 3 of them could not transfer data. Okay, so now you're in Betaflight. The first thing you need to do is get the dump file from Flight Test. Save it to your desktop, open it up in the CLI menu, and run it. It'll take a few seconds to scroll through, and once this is done, you're gonna need to hit save. You have to type in save, otherwise it won't do anything. It'll reboot, and then that'll take care of most of your settings. But if it did not take care of most of your settings, I'll go through the manual here. Setup tab, make sure your drone moves and like pivots and stuff, you know. Pretty easy. Calibrate your accelerometer, you know, just get that out of the way right there. UART is your serial RX. That means it's for your receiver. It's this thing. You need to turn that on. Configuration. All right, you need to make sure air mode is off. Do not turn air mode on, otherwise your drone will shoot into the sky and you'll never see it again. The next thing, you need to go to your receiver. You gotta make sure your receiver is talking to the drone. This is where you can trim out everything. And yeah, channel map, AERT, I think that's default. Yeah, that's default. RSI channel is aux5. Pretty easy stuff. When you do the dump file, it's gonna install some, different modes. And it puts them on your SC switch. All the way down where you start at is the hardest to fly mode. You're gonna wanna flip this up. What are you doing, man? Oh, you got it, that's cute. There you go. Yeah, you're gonna wanna flip this up so it makes it a little easier to fly. Motors, the motors tab. You're gonna wanna be in quad X and then D-Shot 300, 300. This is the tab where you make sure all the motors are spinning right in the right direction. Otherwise, it'll just flip over when you start and it won't be good. That's it. The CLI tab at the bottom. If you have anything wrong, type in status into the command tab and that will help you diagnose some problems. Hopefully you don't have as many problems as me, because wow. But yeah, that was all the hang-ups that I had this week. I was kind of shocked that Flight Test doesn't have a tutorial out for their V2. They have a tutorial out for their V1 with a different receiver, but you know, that's why I'm making this video. I do the occasional tutorial on this channel. I can't believe that I have helped 7,000 people fix their XS clutch. Yeah, I can't believe that many people have come to me for help. That's crazy. But yeah, that's it. That's all. That was 3 days worth of troubleshooting that I just nailed in like, I don't know, that I went over in like the last 3 minutes here. So sorry for the short tutorial this week. Next week we're gonna be working on the van. I haven't worked on the van at all this week because I went back to work and I took all my tools into work, so you know. But next week we're gonna be playing with the drone and working on the van because we need to do that, yeah. Please subscribe. Yeah, mouse. the FOV, this worked great. You really have to put 5 volts to the thing, and you can just see. Such a trip flying this thing. I'm gonna have to get better. I need some pracky. Need to put in some work, you know? So anyway, tune in next week. Thank you for the watch and the view and making it this far. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell. Yeah. I think that's it. That's all I gotta say. Trollio, van life content, Trollios, van life content, Trollio has the best content. Every Monday he uploads what he's got. Every Sunday he remembers he forgot about. Trollio, van life content, Trollios, van life content, Trollios, van life content, Trollios, van life content, Trollio has the best content, Trollios, van life content, Trollios, one wheel content, Trollio has the best content. Bum, 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 bum.